Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, WWE, please don't sue me. Welcome to the wrestling for the wrestling Smarks. We just had that small little moment of silence concerning situation happened with one of our good friends. And we're just here from, stuff like that. So we decided to take a moment out and, show our support towards him. And we're going to keep the name, in private just for out of his respect. But yes, welcome to For the Wrestling Smarks, episode 7. This is the Elimination Chamber review. And we're but there's nothing much that really went on this week. Nothing much that really nothing much that is going on in the sense that it's like eye-opening or shocking or anything like that. But let's get straight to the OGs here. This is what I call you guys from now. You guys are officially the OGs because you guys here pretty much like every week. Much love, much love. But say what's up, Broken. Say what's up, Emily.
What's up, guys? I'll probably be here next week too.
Say what?
I'll probably be here next week too.
Oh, big facts. What's going on, Malik?
So what you man?
All right, let's get straight to the good stuff. The gist of this, we have Elimination Chamber that just literally popped up. It was as expected. Our pay-per-views prediction so far has been spot on as expected because there was only 5 matches to our name.
I think so, yeah.
It was 5 matches to our name. Woken, Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt. You have the tag team match, then the 2 chamber matches, and then what else am I waiting? What else am I forgetting?
Miz versus the Revival, right? That's what happened, right? Or the Club? No, Miz versus the Club.
Yeah, that was the main card, or
that was pre-show.
That was the pre-show.
That was the pre-show. I know it was 4 or 5 matches. On the main card, I think it was 4, right?
I'm not for sure. Be quite honest, I think there was on the main card. I'm trying to think. You had the women's. You had 2 women's matches, and you had the men's chamber.
He was what?
We had Asuka and Nia Jackson. You had the 2 chamber matches. Then we had the tag. You had a tag match. I want to say was there another match?
And then Hardy and Wyatt.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that one.
I got like this feeling like, the Hardy match. So there was 4, right?
Yeah, I think so.
There was 4.
5.
5. Okay. But let's be real. The Woken Matt Hardy match was just completely irrelevant.
I actually liked it though. I don't know about anyone else, but I kind of enjoyed the match. I don't know why.
I don't know. I wasn't
really into it. I actually enjoyed the Asuka Nia Jackson match. I really liked that match.
It was really short though, but I feel that it's all right.
You see, I don't know, man. I don't know. That Woken Matt Hardy match was as expected to me. It's just like, my guy.
The
return.
What's up, yo?
What's up?
So we were pretty much talking about the Elimination Chamber, Woken Matt Hardy, that match. To me, it was as expected. Like I said, it was kind of boring, man. It was super boring, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was just dry. It was no feud, no true build. It was like, if they're gonna do this final deletion match, the hype has to start right now. Like, this rivalry has to be spot on from start to finish because they have a month left.
I heard it might be called like the ultimate deletion.
That's fine.
The House of Deletion. I don't know. Like House of Wise. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Like, would they even have this match? Because originally we thought John Cena Undertaker was gonna happen, and now they're saying that's not gonna happen. So
Mark, nobody knows That match is probably still gonna happen.
Yeah, I heard that WWE is just throwing stuff out there just to throw people off, like they don't, because they want to like get people sidetracked by it.
Exactly. Don't believe Rey Mysterio. Don't believe that. Don't believe.
I know that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
I know.
Like, you have to really think about it. Like, what match? I mean, no disrespect to Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is a legend. You know what I'm saying? But what, like,
you can't throw him in there.
Their match would not. It wouldn't have nowhere near. I mean, they would have a better match because Rey Mysterio is younger and he can do a lot more than Taker can. But the match, the hype of the match would nowhere be close. At hype.
That's true.
Bro, I mean, you heard the crowd, bro. When he mentioned his name on Raw, bro, the place exploded.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard that they're doing that just to to throw people. But I mean, with WWE, you never know, though, man. You just never know. I mean, because when I first heard about the Rey Mysterio match, I didn't believe it either. But it's just like sometimes you just never know. Like sometimes they be doing shit like that. They just be doing some crazy matches that you never even expect. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like when they did Chris Jericho and Fandango, I was like, I never understood that. Like, why? Why is this match?
Then the match wasn't even good.
Yeah,
and in the top 10, Fandango actually won at a time where he was like really not getting like the legit natural. He wasn't getting.
He was over at one point though with his song.
Oh
yeah,
sang
his song.
Oh yeah,
he was over.
I won't. No. I gotta disagree. He was not over. The music was over.
Exactly.
But he as a character was not.
Yeah,
there's a difference.
That is true. That is very true.
I agree with that.
Oh yeah, before we go, I want to say. Sorry about that. I just want to say for the record, before we move on, thanks for the moment of silence. At the beginning of the video.
No problem, man. No problem. Seriously, I wanted to kind of like I didn't want.
We didn't mention your name.
Yeah, we didn't mention your name because we felt like
you didn't mention me. I know you didn't mention me, but I knew you were talking about me, and I know.
Yeah, I didn't want to be like, that person to kind of like put all your stuff up on the podcast and stuff like that. But yeah, let's just get on to it. You said what?
I said, yeah, me neither. Even when I do my update video on my channel, I'm gonna refrain from actually mentioning the personal stuff, but still talk about what's been going on in my life.
Yeah.
Right.
So Monday Night Raw, fellas, how did you feel about that? That overall, let's start with it overall as a show. Post elimination.
I enjoyed it, to be honest. I thought it was one of the best ones. It was one of the most hyped ones in a while.
Why is that?
Because this is the whole John Cena segment that was pretty cool, and then the whole Roman Reigns promo. But I ain't gonna lie, that was probably the best promo he ever cut in his life.
Yeah, I agree. I did love. Cena's promo was good because, of course, it was. The Reigns promo was a good promo, but I'm not gonna fall into WWE's trap. Now, granted, I want Reigns to beat Lesnar at WrestleMania for the sole purpose. I want Lesnar to lose the title.
I mean, obviously they did it to get the crowd to get behind Roman Reigns for WrestleMania.
But how well are the crowd? Is that gonna work?
But honestly, I don't think they really need to do that. I think most people really want to see Brock Lesnar lose at this point. I mean, I don't think too many people.
I think everybody does.
I don't think too many people want to see him as a champion.
Brock can just leave. Like, I'm done with Brock.
Brock is not
the thing that I liked about Roman Reigns' promo. It looked like, even though it was probably scripted, it looked like the emotions felt like it was real though.
Because all the locker room guys probably feel that way in real life. I mean, Brock just shows up like maybe 10 nights in like 6 months maybe, and gets paid more than anyone else. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. It was.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I would feel that type of way too, though. If I was a full-time wrestler, I mean, I would feel that type of way. I mean,
definitely.
I mean, if I was Brock Lesnar, I wouldn't give a shit like this. Like, I wouldn't care what either, though. But I mean, I see it both sides. I can't blame either one. I mean, I honestly, if you'd be stupid enough to take, you'd be stupid if you're Brock Lesnar. You'd be stupid enough to take the deal that WWE gives them. I mean, why would you not want to get paid good money and work a limited schedule? You know what I'm saying? That's who wouldn't want to take that.
WWE also needs to see that they really don't need him anymore.
At this point, I don't think they do need him anymore.
That's the thing. When they find out that they don't need Brock Lesnar anymore, they're going to start using better time. Like I told you before, I'm not the biggest fan of Roman Reigns right now, but I would love to see him as a champion rather than Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah.
None of us are, but we all agree with that. None of us are. I mean, I don't hate Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
I will defend him if I have to, but I'm not a fan of him either. But I will. But I mean, at this rate, I'll take almost any. I'll take Reigns taking the title of Lesnar if it means a full-time champion.
Yeah, I get to see the man every day. I'll get to see him.
The only thing I've always liked Roman Reigns. I've never disliked him. The only thing is I really when he first started getting pushed, I just felt like it was too much. They were really pushing him really hard at one point. And with Daniel Bryan being so over, it just wasn't going to work. With Daniel Bryan just being so high and so over at the time, it was the wrong time. It was just the wrong time for it.
It was too much. It was too much too soon.
Yeah, no, I disliked him for a while, kind of, but then I kind of popped when he won the title from Sheamus on Raw or something, and then after that I kind of disliked him again. But if you dislike him now, it's kind of just because you can't still get over it. You've been disliking him for so long, you don't know how to move on.
It's the same thing with John Cena. It's the same situation.
But I've been a Cena fan my whole life, so for me, it's not the same.
Same.
I can't stand you guys because at one point I love John Cena. Chain Gang John Cena was far my favorite, and then he got to the point where I think I surrounded myself with people who genuinely didn't like John Cena, which made me not like John Cena at one point. And then I stopped liking John Cena, and then I started liking him again.
I guess I basically accept. I basically just kind of accept it for what it is. I think people can't. If people haven't figured out that Vince really doesn't care what you think about Roman Reigns, he's gonna get pushed regardless of what people think. It's just gonna happen. You just gotta accept it for what it is. People would have to accept that Vince McMahon sees a star in this guy, whether we see it or not. So it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. True that. It's
people can boo him on. He probably care less. I mean, he probably just you guys can boo all you want, but this is still going to be one of my guys. So,
but think about it like this: imagine what's going to happen. We all know Roman Reigns is the new John Cena. Can we all agree with that?
Without the charisma and the mic skills, yes. Without the charisma and mic skills, yes.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, he don't have the mic skills. Not yet. Though. I don't know. He may get it. He may pick it up in a couple years, but
that's what I'm saying.
Definitely don't have it.
What about that promo on Monday? That wasn't good.
That was good.
No, it was a good promo. Don't get me wrong, it was a good promo. But even then, it's here's the thing: as someone who studies promos very, very closely, you can cut a good promo, but you still won't have a lot of charisma and personality. And as good as that promo was, I didn't see the charisma out of it. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's something weird. There's something weird about when he talks. I don't feel it sometimes. When Cena talks, I don't know. I just when Paul Heyman talks, you can just feel it. It's just so good.
I tune out Paul Heyman these days too. Paul Heyman bores me now. I mean, he's
the only good thing about Brock Lesnar. He's the only good thing. As much as I can't stand Lesnar, when Heyman's talking, I will shut everything down and just listen to the TV. That's one thing I would disagree with. As much as I'm bored of Lesnar, Heyman is the one person I'm actually into.
The only thing about bad if Brock Lesnar leaves is you probably won't see Paul Heyman anymore. To be honest.
No, they got to put on Ronda.
Yeah.
But he's already said he's already said that he really wouldn't want to do that. To be honest.
Think about it though. I mean, I think OTR Central brought it up on his video, his Elimination Chamber review. Other than Lesnar and maybe Punk, who really benefited from being a Paul Heyman guy?
And the difference with Punk is Punk didn't need him to talk. Punk was great on the mic. Paul Heyman was just in the corner.
Exactly. Cesaro, come on, Mark. Even you know that.
I'm not saying that's he benefited. I'm just thinking, what about Cesaro? He was already good in the first place.
Here's the problem: they put Heyman and Cesaro together. It could have worked, but the problem was that every time Heyman spoke, it wasn't about Cesaro. It was always about Brock Lesnar. So even when they were together, they put Heyman with Cesaro, and at the time you think this might be a good move. I mean, Cesaro's one weakness is that his mic skills aren't up to par, so put him with Heyman. But the problem is Heyman's not really talking about Cesaro, and that's going to help get him over, as much as he's still trying to get Lesnar over. So that didn't work.
He really only fits with Brock Lesnar, to be honest. It just works. Just the whole combination just works together.
Okay, so My good friend of mine, Christian Press, said, "What about Curtis Axel?"
No, that was even no.
I mean, he did win the IC title,
and did nothing with it, Mark.
Yeah, they didn't do
but
anything
he
with
has
it.
a belt. He has a belt under there, bro. He has a
Let me ask you
belt.
a question, Mark. Let me ask you a question, Mark. When Curtis Axel was Intercontinental Champion, give me at least 3 matches of his you remember for the title.
I don't
I
even
don't remember
even
one.
know. I think he fought Miz. Maybe.
I mean, he fought. I remember he fought Triple H and he fought John Cena and he beat him.
And that was before he had the title.
No, but that's about it though.
Exactly. I mean, I remember he lost out to Big E, and that's all I remember. So once again, that doesn't meet my point.
Who else was it? Was Lesnar, Cesaro, Punk, Axel. Was that it?
CM Punk.
Yeah, I got that.
I'm not counting anyone from ECW since Heyman owned that company, so I'm not counting anyone from ECW.
Yeah, you can't mention ECW. He completely ran that. I'm talking like WWE.
Like I said, the only person he really fit was Brock. It's the only person that just fits the whole combination. Just fits.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He was with Brock when he was with Brock when he first came to WWE, and then he came back with Brock. So I mean, it just fits. I don't know. It just helps. Everything just fits about him. I think what fits is that, like, Brock Lesnar. He don't really like people, and I think he really feels comfortable around Paul Heyman because I don't know, they're for some reason they get along.
That's very true. Lesnar's not a people person, but Heyman is one of the people he like. There are a few people in the industry you can tell Brock Lesnar truly respects. Paul Heyman is one, Kurt Angle, The Undertaker, and a few others. Like there are a few people that Brock does respect, but Brock has never been a people person. And I can't villainize someone for that because I'm not the biggest people person either. So I don't necessarily be villainized.
The man he lives in Saskatchewan. Moved to Saskatchewan. What kind of person does that? A human being moves to Saskatchewan. Nothing up there. There's nothing up there.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong though. Ronda, she hasn't said much, but
it's been good. It's been good.
Yeah, she's been doing pretty good. I mean,
she needs to get more comfortable. She needs to feel more comfortable like doing stuff like that. She needs to embrace it more. Like her promos haven't been terrible, but you can tell she feels a little bit. I think she let her emotions, nerves get to her. She needs to get more comfortable.
Yeah, you can't fault someone for that. I mean, at Elimination Chamber, you can tell, she was nervous. She was, her promo wasn't the best. The next night on Raw, I think because they cut down, what made it awkward the night before and just focused on her being a badass. On Raw, her promo sounded more natural. The night before at Elimination Chamber, you could tell it was a little bit forced. But when they cut down, the key to making a good promo, and like I said, I study promo work, is you got to look at weaknesses, strengths, how long someone should talk, and how short they should talk. With Ronda, I see her weakness, I see her strength. On Elimination Chamber, they didn't do it right. The next night on Raw, they kept it short, sweet, to the point, and made her a badass. Right. That's how you do it.
You need heel Ronda.
Plus,
after Mania.
Plus, I think I honestly didn't expect to get. I didn't think she was gonna get the reaction she got. I thought the crowd was gonna be a little bit rough on her.
I'm glad they didn't.
And when they really got behind her, I think the emotions really started to get to her because the crowd was really getting behind her. It was really surprising me because I thought it was gonna be a bit rough on her.
I did too. I'll be honest, but be honest. A way to get over is there's an easy way to get over. Feud with Stephanie McMahon and attack Triple H. That's gonna instantly get you over because no one likes Stephanie McMahon.
Right.
Yeah, I'd love to see Ronda beat up Vince before Mania. That'd be hilarious.
But she's gonna. I think if they turn her heel, I think she's gonna make a great heel. She's gonna make a way better heel.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't make Ronda Rousey a face. I'm sorry. That just would not go well.
Even in UFC, even though she was the biggest draw in UFC, she was always really a heel to be honest.
Yeah. The only reason she's gonna be a face just for this WrestleMania match, because she's going in, and then I think at the right time they'll turn her heel.
Yeah, but please, David, whatever you do not have her in Asuka's undefeated streak. Yeah, I would actually have Asuka beat Ronda Rousey. Think about how much more credibility that would give Asuka.
Yes.
Not only is she still undefeated, but she beat Ronda Rousey clean. As I say,
the only two people I could see beating her streak would be Ronda Rousey or Charlotte. That's the only two people that I would see.
You know what I would honestly do? Here's what I would have in the streak. And it's time for me to get back on my booking style. Have Asuka go to SmackDown, beat Charlotte for the championship. Have her, stay undefeated. SummerSlam, Ronda challenged her for the title. She beats Ronda cleanly. Keep building, keep building, keep building. Then we get to the Royal Rumble. She's still champion, so that's about a whole year. And like Lesnar, she'll be defending it, and it won't get boring. And if she does start to, have her be a tweener a little bit, let her embrace her heel side like they did in NXT. At the Royal Rumble, you have Ember Moon come up. She wins the Rumble. Then at WrestleMania, you do Ember versus Asuka 3, and Ember finally gets her redemption after losing that TakeOver Orlando, losing that TakeOver Brooklyn 3 the way she did. Then she's the one that ends Asuka undefeated streak. That's how you do it.
Perfect. I've always wanted Ember Moon to be the one because, that whole NXT thing, man.
You cannot say there was any flaw with what I just said.
I mean, that's a really good build-up, but the only two people. I mean, I would say
undefeated.
Ronda would be one. Charlotte would be. I would say Sasha if she turns heel, but I don't know. It depends.
Sasha is definitely turning heel, or either Bailey is turning heel. It's definitely.
Go ahead, Mark. Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
No, go ahead. You're fine. I didn't even think about it.
Okay, even though Bailey technically stepped out of the tag team match on Raw, I still don't think I can see her as the heel in the situation. And honestly, who says she's a heel? Just because she actually came back to help Asuka, but she stepped down on Sasha. Why is that? Because she feels like her best friend stabbed in the back twice.
I would say she's a heel.
Just getting back at you.
Yeah, Sasha going to. They're probably
she just hates Sasha.
They might have a match at WrestleMania, which would be
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Interesting. Yeah, that'd be pretty dope though for real if they do.
They need to have. I mean, with the right build up, you can't just like pull up a match and then be like, go wrestle. You mean with the history that they have, you're gonna have to do something.
Here's the thing with Sasha and Bailey, and maybe just for me, I don't know no matter what they can do at WrestleMania, I don't think they can top what they did at TakeOver Brooklyn #1 because that match just hold a special spot in my heart for being, the match that got me in NXT, being the match that made me like women's wrestling again after the Divas Revolution almost killed every bit of passion I had for women's wrestling. So I just hold that match of Brooklyn to such a high standard that I don't think any match those two can have will ever top it.
All I gotta say is they better go on before Nakamura and AJ. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a wrap.
That's the main event. That is the main freaking event.
It's gonna be Roman Reigns.
Well, the main event is gonna be.
It's gonna be Roman.
That happened.
It's good. Yeah, it's
gonna be the main event.
We know it's
gonna be real. It's gonna be Roman Reigns. It's gonna be Roman Reigns
for sure.
I think if Undertaker is really gonna retire, it's gonna be Cena and Taker. That's gonna be the main event.
Taker
like if he's especially if it's a career versus career match, that's gonna be the main event.
I don't know, man.
I would hope so. Yeah,
if it's a career, it's gonna be Roman Reigns.
When let's be real, when the streak was broken, that wasn't the main event, and we were all kind of expecting the streak.
But that wasn't his last match, though. If this is, you would know that this is gonna be his last match. Like,
and let's be honest,
career.
If that match had ended WrestleMania 30, not only it would have ended on such a down note instead of ending with Daniel Bryan's triumph. Mm-hmm. 2, if that match had been the main event, we probably would have thought something was up about that. We probably would have had that in the back of my mind. But the fact that it happened when it did, no one expected it. And everyone was on such a low point that the only thing that could have brought us back up was Daniel Bryan winning the title. So WWE
you had to bring it up. You had to bring the crowd back up at the end.
There's nothing else that could have made that moment like better at the end.
So it's like I said, if this is a career versus career match, you know that John Cena's gonna win. So this is officially gonna be the Undertaker's last match. This is gonna be it. And you gotta think, even though that you're expecting it, once the match is actually over, then that's when all the emotions really gonna start to hit. Like, this is it. There's no more. It's gonna be gone. It's gone.
Look at how last year went.
Last year was unexpected though. I don't think nobody expected him to do all that stuff.
I kind of had a feeling that he was gonna. I thought he was gonna retire at the time because when his entrance happened, being there live in the building, you think, yeah, this is it. It's probably his last match. And really, while the match, I still think was pretty bad. And no, I will not blame Roman Reigns for that. That was due to Undertaker's injury and age. The way what happened after the match with him taking his clothes off, you can't really top that moment. So why have him come back and wrestle again?
He should have just wrestled.
He should have just fought John Cena last year, to be honest.
Yeah,
like that match.
100%.
I think the only reason the Undertaker's coming back is just for this match to happen. Like, just for this match to happen, and just
at this point, it's like fantasy matchups.
Here's the thing. Remember, Taker and Cena was gonna happen. Taker and Cena was going to happen in WrestleMania 32, but of course Cena got hurt, so he had to replace it with Shane. It was going to happen last year, but Vince wanted Roman Reigns to retire the Undertaker. So that was 2 straight years we should have gotten the match. And really, 32 was your best bet because Taker still looked good in his match against Shane. While I didn't really like the match, Taker still looked good. But of course, when Cena got hurt, that put a damper in their plans. And even though, he tried to come back, he just couldn't do it.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about y'all. That build up, that build up had me hyped though. That Shane Undertaker build up, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That build up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I thought the match was still pretty weak.
Yeah, the match was weak, of course, but the build.
I mean, it was just a
build
gimmick.
up.
It was just a gimmick for Shane to jump off.
Yeah. We all know
funny.
Shane. Like, think about it like this. We could say collectively. I don't know about. I mean, I think we all.
He's got to be the most insane.
But he's not a wrestler. He's just a bump taker. Like,
what's funny? I actually said in my prediction video right for WrestleMania 32, not to expect that because Shane was in his late 40s. Let me just say this: that moment put my respect for Shane Man up there because let's be honest, you're in your late 40s and yet you're still not afraid to take any bump. I mean, this is the man who survived the helicopter crash in real life, and he no-sold it. Didn't look afraid or even like hinged at all. So I gotta respect that about him. Like, if I was in a helicopter crash and someone interviewed me right after that, I would not be that calm, cool, and collected. I really do believe in real life, Shane Man has no fear.
no, Shane McMahon
Did it again too.
The man is immortal.
I'm telling you, bro. It's that something about the McMahons, bro. They crazy, bro. They all crazy.
How old is
It's
that party?
We can say the McMahons, put themselves in too many storylines. One thing we got to give all of them credit for is this: they're not afraid to make themselves look weak or embarrass themselves for the company. I got to give that to them.
No, I honestly knew. The time that I really knew that like Vince would do anything for the company is when he did that thing for Kevin Owens. Bro, I was like, bro, that's crazy, bro. The nigga's like 72 years old, bro.
I don't think anything tops giving your face shoved at Big Show's ass.
Big Show's ass was one too, but this the fact that he's 72 years old, bro. He literally went out there and got split open. He got a headbutt split open. Took a frog splash from that. You know how much that man weigh?
What is he, like 230, 220?
Bro, he's like close to 300, bro. Gotta be. Kevin Owens gotta be close to 300. Gotta be. He went out there and did something, bro. I was like, bro, that's I don't understand that, bro. He took a while. This is back in the 90s, bro. He took a cage bump from Stone Cold when he got thrown off the cage by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Went through the announce table.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, Vince, man, he do, bro. They always said that he would never do anything. He would never ask you to do anything that he wouldn't do. That's what all wrestlers always said.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is the same guy who beat the federal government. Vince knows he's unbeatable. He's untouchable. He beat the federal government, crying out loud. No one's gonna ever touch Vince McMahon.
Vinnie Mac.
He's a legend.
Crazy.
If the government can't put you down, no one can.
That's why I say, bro. Like sometimes, as a wrestling fan, you really have to be patient, like with the stuff that he does, because sometimes you gotta think he thinks differently than we do. So even sometimes there be things that we think about that may be terrible, but in his mind, there's a plan behind it. So like you got to be patient. There's always something. There's always something that just even when fans say like he doesn't really listen to the fans, because there's a lot of guys that we would much rather choose than Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying? I can think of a million guys off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? But he just looks at it. He just looks at it differently. Like he just looks at things differently. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like Roman Reigns is great. I mean, but like there's other guys that people would prefer, like a Finn Balor or Seth Rollins or Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, even Dolph Ziggler at one point. He was so over at one point. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, but
he just looks at things so differently.
Here's one thing about Vince that I give him credit to this very day. When Styles first came in, remember, Vince always thought, he didn't think highly of AJ at first. Remember, he thought he got lucky at Royal Rumble. He was originally going to have Rob at squash from WrestleMania 32. But now let's look at it 2 years later. Vince probably has, like, when it comes to having a good match, Vince probably trusts AJ over anybody. Think about it. When Bray Wyatt got sick at TLC, who did Vince call in from halfway around the world to face Finn Balor that Sunday night?
AJ Styles.
That's what I'm saying. He puts faith in different, like Jinder Mahal. Like nobody, I didn't expect him to be WWE champion. I didn't expect him to have the run that he had. that long for him as being champion. Like, there's so many people out there like, why is he the champion? Like, why is he the champion? But Vince just sees something in him that we just don't see. Like, he just sees something in him that a lot of us just don't see. Plus, there's a lot of stuff that a lot of wrestlers put behind the scenes that we don't even see. A lot of work, a lot of effort.
That's what I'm saying. There are a lot of wrestlers I think who are worthy of championships. I mean, and they're so underrated. Like, I really think Dolph Ziggler is one of them. I mean, I don't know if you guys.
He's to me, he's in my opinion, he's the most underrated wrestler of all time.
That's my opinion.
That's just how I feel.
I thought he was gonna beat Dean Ambrose for that title back in 2016.
SummerSlam? No, I didn't.
I mean,
You
like,
really thought he was gonna win?
kind of. Dean Ambrose wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, let's look at that. Yeah, but one, I knew Ziggler wasn't out gonna win. Two, let's be glad Ziggler didn't win because who did Dean end up losing the title to?
AJ Styles.
Exactly. And let's be honest, no matter how much you feel they held Ziggler down, the fact that AJ Styles became WWE champion is something we thought we would never see. I mean, think about it.
I knew he was going to be champion. I didn't know it was going to be that soon.
It was quick.
Think about it.
It was really quick. It was really quick. I didn't think he was going to be champion that fast. But I figured at some point, I was like, he has to be champion. So good.
If someone told you about 4 or 5 years ago, not only would AJ Styles be WWE champion twice, but would be one of the faces of SmackDown, probably the face of SmackDown, what would you say to that?
What?
Exactly.
He's just so good, man. It's just crazy. He's really the same with like Ziggler. Ziggler's really, he doesn't do all the high flying stuff that AJ Styles does, but he's really good. He's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. He's just really good, but he's just boring. I don't know. Vince doesn't see what he sees in like AJ. He doesn't see what he sees in Dolph Ziggler. I'm guessing. He just looks at him as this a person who can help out in his job. People.
Yeah, AJ Styles makes everybody good around him.
You said what?
AJ Styles makes everybody good around him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Only a few wrestlers I feel like can do that. AJ's one of them. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and I'm leaning towards Kurt Angle, even though he's my favorite worker of all time.
You call him worker or wrestlers?
Worker.
I know there's
Shawn Michaels number one. There's no question.
I know a lot of people have a huge issue with that term, worker or wrestler.
Here's why I say worker. Wrestling, like in terms of being my favorite wrestler is John Cena. In terms of mic skills, reasons, nostalgia and things like that. But if I'm looking just at clear in-ring work, my favorite is Kurt Angle, followed by Shawn, followed by Daniel Bryan, followed by AJ Styles. And those are my 4 favorite workers.
Yeah, those are really good. Shawn Michaels is number one for me. Shawn Michaels, Chris Benoit's in there for me. Kurt Angle's in there.
Eddie
Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, definitely. He's Triple H. I put Triple H in there too. Triple H is a really good worker.
At times, yes, but at times, no. I mean, Triple H can put on a good match. He also can put on a very boring match. It's never middle of the road with him. I mean, look at his past couple WrestleMania matches. As a matter of fact, look at all the WrestleMania 101 WrestleMania main events. 18, boring. Was pretty boring with Jericho. 22 with Cena was okay. 25 with Orton, boring. And I don't think I need to talk about 32 with Reigns. We know how boring that match was.
Orton has boring matches to me. Like his matches now are boring. Even the matches then were boring.
Mark, I remember a year and a half ago when I said the same thing on the Wrestling Ramble, and you guys looked at me crazy when I said Randy Orton's one of the most boring wrestlers of all time.
I didn't think it was you. I thought it was somebody else.
No, that was me.
I thought it was shoot, I can't think of his name.
No, a year ago. Yeah, he was still boring a year ago. He was boring. He's been boring forever.
He's not doing. They're not doing nothing with him though. Like, look what he's doing on SmackDown right now. Nothing. He's not involved in any storylines or nothing.
He's in a U.S.
Boring.
He's not even really in a feud. He's just in a match for the U.S. title.
And let's be honest,
you would say that.
And I know it's not just me, but babyface Bobby Roode is very boring as well.
Oh yeah. Yes. But they need faith.
The last feud that he was really in was with Bray Wyatt. That's it. Like, he hasn't been in a feud since then, really. They haven't done anything with him.
Also, that feud was crap. Jinder, yeah, I mean, that was pretty
dry.
I wouldn't even count that as a feud. Because he never even won a match. He lost all 3 matches.
But it's still a feud. It doesn't matter.
I don't even count that as a feud.
All 3 matches with Jinder were either uneventful and in the case of the Punjabi prison match, was terrible. But you got Mark and Steve over there chanting, "Don't hinder the gender."
You don't hinder.
Yeah, I actually like Jinder Mahal though.
I do. I genuinely like Jinder Mahal.
I liked him before.
There's nothing about Jinder Mahal to like.
I like Jinder Mahal.
I
like Jinder Mahal when he first came to WWE. Like I'm talking about when he first came and he was with Ray Khali and all that stuff, and he had like the clean shave and all, I liked him then.
Yeah, I don't mind him now. It just tells you how far he's come.
Yeah.
Until he shows me a good match or a very good promo, then I'll start giving him some credit.
Well,
he's not horrible. He's not bad at promos.
Well, his whole gimmick is it's like arrogant, cocky.
No, that's not his gimmick.
Everything belongs to me. Privileged type of person. I mean,
I'm gonna show you, and Mark, I'm gonna show you how to do that character correctly. NXT Bobby Roode.
Take notes. I mean, hell. I mean, it looks like Triple H used to run SmackDown. I mean, they got Road Dogg running this thing.
We all got
Can we get some good storylines, please, Mr. Dog?
Mr. Dog.
Speaking of Road Dogg, now let me talk. Can I talk about SmackDown Live for just 1 second?
Carbon thoughts begin.
All right. First off, as I tweeted, and I still stand by this, I did not watch SmackDown Live. I listened to the New Day promo with the Usos, and of course, I had to watch Cena and Styles because of Cena and Styles. Now, about Cena and Styles, match-wise, it was great. Of course it was. But here's where I get on my soapbox. 1, why does Cena have to win the match? If Cena's whole gimmick is wanting to get to WrestleMania, that's the storyline is, which I actually kind of like, wouldn't it make more sense for him to challenge Nakamura for a spot, his number one contendership?
Dude, I said the same thing.
Exactly.
I thought he was going to come there and be like, challenge Nakamura, and be like, if I win, then I get your spot.
Think about it.
I feel like that would just ruin the whole Rumble.
Here's the problem, though. Here's my thing with that,
because obviously Nakamura wouldn't lose. So
here's the thing: Fastlane needs that second match, and they really had nothing for Nakamura to do. What are they gonna do? Put him against Rusev? No, thank you.
He's not even on the card. We may not even see him there. We may not even see him
next week, bro.
You could have easily just done Cena and Nakamura, had that match go on for a good 20 minutes because the match was on SmackDown between the two. While good, commercials and being a SmackDown match kind of ruined it a little bit. So,
or honestly, really, he could have just, if he really wanted to, he could have asserted himself in the 6-man. He could have been like, I want a part of the 6-man. Like, he's big enough. He could have been like, I want in the 6-man match. They could have been like, all right, you're in.
But that doesn't work.
That's pretty cheap.
Because Cena isn't his whole.
He did that with AJ Styles when he came back. He was like, I'm John Cena, recognized. I get the match, and he had the match.
Here's the problem. Yeah. Cena's whole thing was not about.
How is it different?
Being champion, and I mean, I'll get to that. I'm just gonna finish about something. It's not about being champion. It's about just going to WrestleMania. Have him face Nakamura at WrestleMania. Have not face Nakamura Fastlane. My fault. Have Nakamura win cleanly, and of course, Cena still looks defeated. Next night on Raw, Undertaker comes out and challenges him, and we get
they said that they're gonna build that matchup on SmackDown.
Next 2 days after Fastlane and SmackDown, you do the same thing. Why have Cena in this match? Because we know he's not going to win. I mean...
You know what I think's going to happen?
Take her at Fastlane, my dude. Take her at Fastlane.
This is what I think's going to happen. I think Cena is going to hit somebody with the finisher, right? So whoever's going to get pinned, doesn't matter.
And then...
It's going to look like he's going to win. And then somebody's going to come in the ring. You know how somebody hits the finisher? Somebody's going to come in the ring and attack him. And then AJ is going to come in for the pin and then pin him. And he's going to try to slide back in the ring like they break it up. And he's going to lose. And then that's how I think it's going to happen because it'll make it look like he came so close to winning because they're trying to build him up like, how am I going to get to WrestleMania? And he's going to be disappointed. Hopefully, the Undertaker comes out after that. I hope he's there, but I really do. I'm not going to lie. I either feel like that's going to happen or AJ's going to win and then Nakamura's going to come out after he wins and then they're going to have some type of like stare down or some shit like that.
Yeah, probably. Here's my problem.
Because he doesn't have a match.
Exactly, because WWE wouldn't have thought putting Cena not more is a smart idea. Here's my problem. They're having literally a pay-per-view, and then 2 weeks later, another pay-per-view. That's oversaturation of pay-per-views. You could have waited a little bit longer and built Fastlane up more. I mean, all we have on Fastlane right now is a tag team title match that's not necessary because that kind of devalues the Hell in a Cell match the two teams had. You have a 6-pack challenge for WWE title, which wasn't necessary. It should have just stayed a triple threat. You have what else did you have? How do you miss a dunk like that? You had the women's title match between Charlotte and Ruby Riott, which I really couldn't care less about. And what else is there on this card?
New Day Usos.
U.S. title match. And Elimination Chamber was such a middle of the road pay per view. I mean, both chamber matches were good, and Asuka and Nia Jax was good. But other than that, it was a pretty poor pay per view for me personally. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt was terrible.
God.
I mean, I barely watched that. Like I said, I went out with my brothers and sisters for personal reasons that night. So I watched a lot of the show on repeat.
I fell asleep in that match.
I took a nap on that match.
Yeah, I fell asleep on that match. And Matt Hardy's a great wrestler, but it's just...
So was Bray Wyatt. I'm not feeling that, too.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the whole feud. And it's not like it's a bad choice. It's just nothing's going on with the feud that is worth watching or staying up on.
What did I say? Give me the good build-up from TNA. And I didn't, like I said, I don't watch TNA. But I knew about Broken Matt. So, yes, like I said, where are the kangaroos, the fireworks, the dilapidated boat? Where is the violin? Where is all the good stuff that made Broken Matt Hardy such a fun character? Like, even if you're going to do a Final Deletion at WrestleMania, you have to build it up. You can't just have a boring feud. And I'm not saying put all your eggs in a basket at once. Build up with some fun stuff. It wouldn't kill you to be fun a little bit.
Exactly.
Road Dogg's probably in charge of it.
That's the problem. It's a Raw feud.
I'm just saying it because it's going so bad. Road Dogg's in it. He's probably in charge because look at SmackDown. We get SmackDown. We get the same BS freaking women's matches that makes me so mad. I just want to take out my eyeballs and stuff.
When is the last time Carmella wrestled a match?
I think they're trying to just save her up for when she. I think they want people to forget about her Money in the Bank, so when she cashes in, it'll be a surprise.
I got you, but come on, they're still using the same 6 women.
Here's a better question. I'm expand on that. When was the last time we had a women's match that didn't have the Riot Squad or Charlotte, Becky, and Naomi
before they debuted?
It's like a 6-tag every week, 6-man tag.
They do it every day. They do this cycle of 6 women.
They get there and they're like, "What are we doing tonight? 6-man tag."
I don't even know as a wrestler how you could be yeah, let's keep doing.
I mean, there's nothing. Sometimes there's nothing you can do though. I mean, you gotta.
I'm just saying it's the same matches, and that just tells you. That tells you another thing. It tells you how desperate SmackDown needs more women wrestlers.
They don't.
That's why I think they should get Asuka. That's why I think she get Asuka.
Even Becky threw shade on Instagram about when they announced the 6-woman tag 2 weeks ago. Even Becky said another 6-woman tag. Even she's throwing shade at it.
But it's not
it's annoying.
Just imagine not having no creative control over what you can do. Because there are obviously some superstars that have creative control of what they can do. But just imagine just have to do what you just have to do what you're being told.
And here's the problem: you're taking really your 2 best women's wrestlers on SmackDown, and this is no bias, but it's a fact. It's Charlotte and Becky, and I love Becky Lynch, but they're literally not doing anything to the point I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes me mad, man. It makes me so mad to see that because these women's wrestlers are good. They're very, very.
And the thing, people always look at me when I say, "Oh, I didn't watch SmackDown." The other day when I tweeted, I didn't watch SmackDown. I only watched the Cena Styles match. People ask me, why? Let me ask you a question. Was there anything on that show really worth it? No. So why am I gonna watch it? It's sad when you look at when the brand split first happened. How good SmackDown Live was. You had Cena and Styles. You had Ambrose and Styles. You had Miz Ziggler, which is really good. But now, and remember, Elimination Chamber last year, here's one thing that I marvel at and can't believe. It's crazy at this day's time. Elimination Chamber last year, which was SmackDown exclusive, had not 1, not 2, but 3 women's matches. And about at least 2 of them were very good, was good. Now, what happened to that show? And I know Rose.
I don't care.
Sound
SmackDown.
great again.
When I was growing up, SmackDown was the best. I don't care. 2005, 2006 SmackDown, the best ever SmackDown. Everybody on that roster.
True that.
From 2002 to 2005, like when a brand split first happened, to about I'll say 06, 07 ish. SmackDown was. I even go to 08. SmackDown was a better show, but and then when the brand split first happened again, SmackDown was the better show. What happened? Vince doesn't like the fact that SmackDown is better than Raw. So that's why I don't get that. Like you should want both your shows succeed. You shouldn't be biased towards one because one's longer. We've been going on longer. If Vince,
I'm telling you, man, his thinking is different, man. I'm telling you, man, the way he thinks is different from everybody else, man. I don't know. Sometimes I question his thinking, but then I realize he's Vince McMahon. So
here's the thing: if Ryan Ward was still booking SmackDown like he was from the beginning of brand split till right around WrestleMania, we wouldn't have. I tell you, SmackDown probably would still be good.
Mm-hmm.
But what do I know? I'm just a 17-year-old who's never been in the business.
Saying 2005 SmackDown was the best, man. That SmackDown was so lit. Everybody was on that roster.
Who was that? It was Edge.
And they had Kurt. 2005, they had Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, Booker T, John Cena, Big Show. They had everybody, bro. JBL. They had everybody on that roster.
From 2002 to, don't forget when it first started, you had the SmackDown 6 in 2002. You had Edge, Mysterio, Angle, Benoit, Eddie, and Chavo. You had the SmackDown 6. Like, it's just hard thinking every time SmackDown was better than Raw, Vince went out of his way to make that change. In 2002, when SmackDown better than Raw, what happened? He took Paul Heyman out of head of creative. And then when it happened this time, he takes Ryan Ward from head of creative. If Vince was keen on making both shows good, have Heyman head up Raw creative and have Ryan Ward head up SmackDown creative. And yeah, we'll probably still some stuff we don't like, but I guarantee you the quality of the show will go from here to here. And I'm not talking about one, I'm talking about both.
He should just let SmackDown and Raw go head to head like they used to, like this battle out the shows. Doesn't matter which ratings get better. It's this WWE products. People are gonna watch it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I'm not watching SmackDown. I'm not watching SmackDown unless something interesting happens or if they really give me a reason to. Like I said, I only watched one thing from SmackDown on Tuesday, and it was between my two favorite wrestlers in WWE, so of course I'm going to watch it. And it was a great match. The problem is the story still, even though it was a great match, Cena winning was a dumb mistake because I've told you why. Why add him to the Fatal 5-Weight Man 6-Pack Challenge when you can just do Cena Nakamura because they need a second big match at Fastlane, and they need for Nakamura to do something. But no. Let's probably have a match with Rusev. And speaking of Rusev, you have someone who has one of the most over gimmicks in WWE, and yet you're not doing anything with it. Rusev, his thing should do with Rusev. Either give him and Aiden English the tag team titles and literally market Rusev Day the right way, or you have him take the U.S. title again, then you market Rusev Day. And even if, I understand you weren't pushing for that to get over, but it did. The shirts are selling. You do realize that the more you push Rusev and market Rusev Day, the more money you'll get.
Current thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, current thoughts right there.
They did the same thing with Zack Ryder. Remember when Zack Ryder was the hottest thing in WWE? I was actually at TLC when he won the U.S. title from Ziggler. And what happened right after he won the title? They did everything to bring him down. Instead of having him have a run with the U.S. title and marketing him, and all you got to do is market him, let the money roll in. Even if you don't want to push it, you like money. This is just and it's not going to like he's going to be a WWE champion, but if you have a good thing going, you run with it.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know, man. They just do things different. I don't know. They push people that we like, and then they push people that we don't like. It's ass backwards, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
I hear what you're saying.
Honestly, the only reason that I think that Daniel Bryan got to push it was because CM Punk left WWE that year.
There's actually a lot of reasons. It's because Punk left, one.
Because CM Punk was supposed to face Triple H that year at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and Cena's supposed to, and Bryan's supposed to face Sheamus. Here's why, and he got the push because one, Punk left. Two, they knew that if they had ran with Batista and Orton as the main event, not only would have been a terrible match, but the New Orleans crowd would have probably filled the ring with garbage. So they knew that the only way not to have WrestleMania end on a down note like the Rumble was to put the title on Daniel Bryan. Even then, they didn't want to do it.
He didn't. He never had it for long because he got hurt anyway, so they didn't have to worry about it.
And maybe you know what? I don't want to sound malicious. Maybe Daniel Bryan getting hurt was not terrible for him, because I think had he not gotten injured, while yes, it did end his career, which is a terrible thing, I think they might have buried him while he was champion. I mean, they put him in a feud with Kane right after he won the title. Like, who really wants to see that?
What's your thought on this, brother?
On just like the whole thing with SmackDown and crap?
But like the whole everything we've just been talking about. I mean, you've been kind of quiet.
Yeah.
At one point, you were trying to
listening, you know. But first of all, Raw needs to be 2 hours, and then obviously you need to get creative on SmackDown to work, and then have the shows go head to head, and then you have more. Like, there doesn't need to be a B show. There's no meaning for a B show at all. Just have both shows compete, and if both shows are good, the ratings will be up. People will watch both freaking shows, and then it'll all be good.
But like I said before, whenever someone says Raw should be 2 hours, it's not that simple because they have a TV deal with USA. However, if the deal with Fox goes down and say Raw's moved to Fox, then they'll be doing 2 hours again. And please, I mean, I remember when they first started going through, I thought, okay, that's a good idea. Get more, use that to what was it? What I was about to say? Oh, use that to build new stars. But yet they're not doing that.
I don't know, bro. It's if the whole Fox deal, I'm not with that, man. I don't know about that. The whole Fox Sports, I don't know. I feel like that's just an odd place to have Raw. Like, I'm so accustomed to the USA channel or whatever it is.
They used to be on Spike TV before they moved to USA. I was used to that.
And they were on TNN as well, Mark. They weren't always on Spike. They were on Spike. They were on USA, went to TNN, went to Spike. Then in 05, they went back to USA, and they've been there for 13 years. So
I know they definitely transitioned from different companies, but I'm just saying, like, primarily from what I remember, it was always USA. Because I remember when they
first on Sci-Fi. What was that?
SmackDown was definitely
Sci-Fi was on ECW. Sci-Fi was on ECW.
No, yeah. SmackDown has been on My 24. It's been on Fox. It's been on UPN. It's been on. And then it was on Sci-Fi for about 2-3 years. Then it went to USA.
CW was on CW. It was on
that was
CW
my
too.
favorite years of watching SmackDown. It's when it was on CW.
It used to be on CW too.
Oh yeah, the CW. Yeah, mine too.
Used to be my favorite time to watch SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown been on a lot of networks.
Yeah, a ton of them.
I mean, I don't know.
SmackDown on Sci-Fi. SmackDown on Sci-Fi was the land of tag team matches from the night before. That's what that was.
I'll tell you what. Before the brand split, I really stopped watching SmackDown from about. Well, I would be like 2011 to 2016. There was literally no reason to watch SmackDown because it was every repeat from Raw the night before.
Yep, in tag team form.
Yeah, pretty much. That tells you how much they cared about SmackDown, which means they didn't care about it much at all. I mean, for crying out loud, if you're gonna have like a continuation of Raw instead of having your own stuff, there's like no point even having that show.
Here's why when I think I realized they might actually take SmackDown seriously again with this brand split. When Cena, Styles, and Orton were put on SmackDown, I said, you know what? They might actually be trying to make SmackDown good. And for the first half, especially up till WrestleMania, it was a superior show. Why is that? Because of Styles, Cena, Ambrose, Miz, Wyatt, Ziggler, and
James Ellsworth.
I was never his biggest fan, but he did a lot, especially for Carmelo.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man. James Ellsworth. Man, that nigga
What?
was garbage, bro.
I didn't like him
What?
either, really, but the one thing he has done.
I respect the man because he lasted longer than I thought he was, but he was terrible. I hated every minute he was on my team.
Any man with two hands has a
fighting chance. Yeah, say it, Brogan.
Get out of here, man. He was terrible, man. He was terrible. He was terrible.
It was pretty bad.
Man, this man was main eventing with AJ Styles, and he was beating him, bro. I was getting mad. They're like, come on with this BS.
I'll give you this though. I kind of did like when he was put with Carmella. I did like that because
What?
No. When he was put with Carmella, I kind of like that because that actually helped boost Carmella up. And think about it, since Ellsworth hasn't been with her, she literally does not have the same momentum or even gets the same reactions.
But the thing is, though, he freaking ruined the first ever Money in the Bank. Like,
That was crap.
But that was supposed to happen. That's supposed to happen, though, bro. That's for him to get eaten.
Dude, it's just like
I understand, but it was the wrong ass move.
yes.
Maybe to y'all, but y'all hate it, don't y'all?
To everyone, dude. To everyone.
Exactly. That's the point. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I addressed that in my review of Money in the Bank. Yes, it was a heel doing it. Yes, it made people mad, what you're supposed to do. And yes, it gave everyone a reason to watch SmackDown the next 2 nights later. The problem with that is this. This is not... If this was anything but the first ever women's Money in the Bank, I might have been able to let it slide. But with it being the first ever, history in the making, then I gotta put some, heat on it. Like, really, of all time, the first ever women's Money in the Bank, you have a man win it? If any other time, I probably wouldn't have had the same issue. But with it being the first, it carries a lot of weight. And I know someone said, oh, well, the first Hell in a Cell match, Shawn Kane is the one that hit the finishing blow on The Undertaker, not Shawn. But the difference is this. That was an overarching storyline that was going for about a year and a half. So it makes sense to do it at that time. They had 2 storylines going in that match, and they both intertwined.
James Ellsworth should have just it was the first one. It wasn't right to do it on the first one. Like, would you be okay with a dude winning the Women's Royal Rumble? Are you freaking kidding me?
I think if Ellsworth didn't lead the company, he might have been that guy to win it too.
I think it would have been dope if he showed up and then Nia Jax just beat the shit out of him.
I would have laughed.
Yep. But the thing is,
James Ellsworth could have won. Remember, Santina won that battle royal at WrestleMania 1 year. So I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I was about to say the exact same thing.
Hey, that shit had me weak, bro. I honestly didn't recognize it until the match was over. I was like, "Is that fucking Santino?"
I realized the minute I saw it.
I didn't peep him in the match at first. Like, I wasn't paying because there were so many women in the match. Like, there were so many people.
All I'm saying is, do not sleep on my boy James Ellsworth.
Never coming back, bro.
Oh, he could. He damn sure could.
He could.
He's not coming back.
He's not back. If he ever come back, he's gonna get destroyed by Braun Strowman again. It's the only reason he's coming back.
That's all right.
That was funny. That was funny though. That was funny.
That's the only reason he's coming back. He never coming back for no job. He ain't getting no.
Here's the thing about it.
No contract.
I may not have been a fan of him, but I don't hate him as a person, and of course I want to see him succeed. Like I tweeted, even though I was not the biggest fan of his, it was. I did wish him the best. It was kind of sad to see the man go.
It's a man's dream. I respect him for even making in the company that long. I mean, I never thought he was gonna be there that long.
And he got saved too because he was gonna die at one point with AJ Styles hitting the Styles Clash, and his neck wasn't.
AJ Styles saved his life.
AJ Styles saved the man.
He had his neck this way on the Styles Clash when it's supposed to be back like that.
If AJ Styles would have dropped him, bro, it'd have been a wrap.
Yeah.
He'd been like Daniel Bryan on the sidelines forever. Never wrestling.
Ellsworth's indie career is set now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. His indie career is gonna be crazy.
He's set.
He's perfect right now. Has his own promotions. He's going across the country and still wrestling. And the man has literally. I don't even know what the heck is his finish move, like a signature move, like a super kick.
I thought it was no chin music.
No chin music.
No chin music.
But no chin music. Come on, man. This nigga terrible, bro.
That shit was hilarious.
That is kind of funny.
But the man, every time I look at him, bro, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Like, I'm bigger than this nigga, bro. Why is he, bro? But if he can make it, I'm making it, bro. I promise you, I'm gonna do it.
I tell you what I did like. I like his little mini feud with Becky Lynch. I mean, the match.
Man, did y'all see the video at the house show when he's getting beat up by all those women? Like,
Yeah.
he's getting his ass beat by all the women on SmackDown. Come on, he's getting beat up by every woman on SmackDown. Tell me this man can't fight back against one of these females. He getting beat up by all females on SmackDown.
I mean, there's like 8 of them. How is he gonna fight back?
Bro, he better start dropping him. He better start.
That's a technical.
I do not know why I find what you're talking about so funny. I think it's because I have the video playing in my head because I've seen it.
Yes, bro. He was getting body slammed and everything, bro. Like, this dude getting beat up for real, bro. He was getting slammed. Now, bro, that was his last night in WWE too. Last night, got fired the next day.
Oh man.
I mean, let's be honest though. I would honestly take his job if Carmella.
I would take his job too.
If Carmella kissing me on the lips, I get paid for it. I'll take that.
Damn.
Of
I would
course.
too. I ain't gonna. I mean, I'd be more than happy with that job too. I mean, I ain't got a problem with that.
I mean, I wasn't thinking about it from that perspective, but I mean, I guess I was saying
getting the grapple with Becky Lynch. Yeah, I'll take that.
We all know that with you, Garden. We definitely know that for a fact.
Well, you know I have a thing for Becky Lynch.
You?
Oh, he like Becky Lynch.
I like Sasha.
Y'all like Sasha? Y'all like Sasha and Becky Lynch? I like Carmella. That's who I like. So I definitely
Alexa Bliss, fam.
Alexa Bliss is definitely. I mean,
yeah, she alright.
Whoa.
She's my hometown wrestler. So you know I gotta support.
You know she's your
favorite female wrestler of all time.
She has the cake.
You said what?
We like Alexa Bliss because of her mic skills and she has the cake.
She alright to me. I mean, she's alright. I mean, there's a couple of females in there, but I'd probably take over her, like look wise.
We gotta talk about this off the camera because I don't know this YouTube be funny like that. So
we haven't said anything too derogatory though. So
yeah, but their whole thing is, and it's at no point because I'm just gonna say it anyway, and because I'm talking about it, they're probably gonna demonetize this video. But from what I heard, they're doing like it's not even people watching the video; it's computerized. So the computer pretty much goes to your video, and the slightest amount of thing you'd say that seems offensive or derogatory, they'll demonetize it. So you have to literally call the YouTube people and stuff like that. So that's something like, you know.
Wonder why I don't swear online.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I actually stopped doing it like that. But this
I just bleep it out. I just bleep it out when I have to.
Yeah, this podcast should be fun because we barely were just said anything is close.
Like, I mean, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like the language barriers. I mean, I understand the whole point of it. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I get it. I get why they're doing it too, but it's just like it's not the best idea. But like I said, we could get into it or off air. Same with the list of most attractive WWE females. Actually, do you even
number one? No. Trish Stratus is number one. Not any question.
Screw it. Let's just do it now. Give me the list right now.
Trish Stratus is number one, bro. If anybody disagrees, bro, you're crazy.
All time right now.
All time is definitely Trish, and then it's
Trish all time.
All time easily. What about Sunny in her prime?
In her prime, Sunny top five.
Sunny's top five.
In her prime is I don't know, man.
Tori Wilson, top five. Sorry,
top five.
Tori Wilson, China. It's like I'm playing.
No. Oh man. Oh, that's a.
I used to lead is my favorite of all time. I don't know if y'all.
I have a comment about China, but I'm gonna save it for after we get off the air.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Actually, no, I think we said enough for this podcast. You could cut the good stuff, and we will get to even more good stuff at the end of this off air session that we'll have. I think it's gonna be quite funny. But but before we cut this live stream off, let's give you the shout outs. You know where you guys can find you. We start with you, my boy Kyron, with the pink tee I see right there. Tell them where you can find them, man. Where they can find you.
You can follow me on Instagram, _Kyron.
There we go.
You can follow me on IG, _Kyron, Twitter, /Kyron, DeviantArt and Tumblr, Kyron Chase. My YouTube channel is Kyron Chase. I do videos on wrestling, Sonic the Hedgehog, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and I have a special update video coming up in the next day or two. Back over you, Mark.
My boy, Broken Empire. Tell them where they can find
you. You guys can find me on Instagram at broken__empire. That's 2 underscores. WWE Shop recently posted a picture of me. Your boy's going places. And,
going places.
I don't know how
you can find me on Twitter. Twitter at Empire Broken. That's about it.
Trivia. Tell them where they can find you.
Did they ask you, or like you just look at it and you just saw yourself on it?
I just saw it. Just said WWE Shop has tagged you in a post. I'm like, oh shit!
They tagged you?
Yeah.
Oh, big move.
Yeah, I didn't see. Did they tag your name? Because I didn't see your name under.
No, they tagged
like,
me in the picture.
Oh, okay, in the picture. Okay, because I didn't think I saw your name down below in the section. But I seen that. I was like, bro, that's crazy, bro. I wondered if they like tagged you. I didn't know if they like tagged you, if they like told you, if they just like you just looked at it and you saw yourself on there, like, oh, okay, well.
Trivia, tell them where they can find you, man.
You can subscribe to my channel, Trivia/Reactions 94. I do trivia videos, also wrestling reaction videos every Monday, Tuesday, and every pay-per-view. And I'm gonna do a special vlog because I'm gonna be at Fastlane next week. So I'm gonna
see you there, my dude.
Yeah, we're gonna meet up there.
Without further ado, we will see you guys next Saturday. It's official now. I'm gonna do these podcasts or these episodes. Let's say it now. These episodes every Saturday. It's like the perfect time to do it, in my opinion. Every Saturdays we're gonna probably do. Yeah, I'm not even gonna give you time. Maybe like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and it's always an hour and a half. It never goes anything past that unless it's a pay-per-view event. If it's not, it will never go past an hour and 30 minutes. So without further ado, don't forget to make sure you guys do something positive for somebody, because life is not life without looking out for one another. Without further ado, see you next week. You guys take care. Stay safe.
Peace out.